So we got the tail of two governors. So this is a stock IH governor for an M, and this is not a stock IH governor. You can see the tag there. I'm going to show you what the differences are between the two and how to identify one. First, we're going to cover something you want to look for. Is see these bolts here. These are the Dimple Head International bolts with a little dot in them. So some of these governor bolts are going to have holes in them where they were wired shut. You can kind of see the part where they painted over it on that one. See, there's a hole. So they would put wire around them to show that nobody'd been into the governor, nobody messed with it. Because that was a warranty thing. You know, if you're in there messing with your governor and you crank the RPM up, then you know, the motor chucks a rod, well, your warranty's null and void because you damaged your engine. So you can see on these, let's see if it'll focus, there it is. These have the IH logo on them. This is a little bit later governor, I believe. But, so, first thing you can do when you're looking at a tractor is, obviously you can look at the tube to look for it. But this is what it looks like in here. So you can take these two bolts out, you can look in here and see this is stock IH stuff. On an M&W governor, like this one, it's the M&W G11. So you can kind of see it. There it is, see the G11. This is an earlier one because it's got a stamped tag on it, and normally they have a big cast-in logo that says M&W Add Power on it. But you can see on this one, we got a Heims joint. When you turn it, you can see this has got way less friction, you know, than the other one did. The other one, so this is just super easy to move. Versus, and this one's not been on a tractor in a long time probably, but this one's much stiffer to move. It doesn't have the low friction that one does. So that makes the governor respond faster when there's less friction involved. So you can see the style spring that's in this one. You can see how the arm looks up through there. Kind of get an idea. So there's two pins up in there. You got these style weights, the cast weights, okay? So this is an M&W, and see, first thing you see is you've got laminated weights, laminated steel weights, okay? There's also 4 weights, 1, 2, 3, 4, instead of, there's just 2 on this one, which this one's really hard to turn. Actually, that one's stuck. So that might explain a few things. But anyway, so that one, see that? There's only a Heims joint. Instead of like those 2 pins I showed you on this one, you got a Heims joint. So that allows this one to just float super smooth. So that's the general idea of what an M&W governor looks like. Now on the outside, they'll have international casting numbers. They have the IH logo because these are repurposed international housings. Now what I don't know is if they did mail-ins, you know, if you mailed your governor in and had it rebuilt by them, or if you just bought them outright and sent a core in. That would be my guess, probably is what happened. Or you know, if you had to buy the kit and did it yourself, I don't know. But that's the scoop on these. And I can tell you that anything with an upgraded governor or a souped up governor, they are so crisp. They are so much more responsive to terrain changes, or, you know, the soil changes, or, you know, grass height changes when you're mowing. They're super responsive. That one M I have has had someone build the governor on it. I don't think it's an M&W. It's been a long time since I was inside it. And I didn't know as much what to look for when I was into that one. But I know it's major responsive compared to a stock M governor that's kind of lollygags around, and it'll get to it eventually. That tractor, it just steps right up. If it needs to change the load of the engine, then by George, it's going to change right there.